Alright guys, this week on Woodbros Bush Mechanics we're going to be triple compounding the gas barra. We've got massive Garrett turbo off about a 350 horsepower tractor. Massive turbos, just enormous turbos. The combined horsepower of all the turbos is about 1200, so we're going to make about 1200 horsepower with the standard gas system, with the original mixer ring gas system, and yeah. We'll start with one turbo, add a second, then add a third, and we'll take it to the drag strip. It's going to be sick. So our first turbo had a few chips taken off the wheel, and I'm like, that's going to be unbalanced. So spun it around, and I broke a chunk off the other side. So now it's going to be even and perfect. Alright, so because I'm not using a J-pipe and I don't have a real turbo manifold, all you do is get the normal manifold like that, tip it upside down like that, and that's where you mount your turbo right there. It's going to be awesome.
First start up with a big wag with the upside down exhaust.
The modified turbo intake.
Holy shit. Wow.
Maybe we should investigate why I did that.
Wow, that was very, very loud.
So I've made this extremely agricultural flange, drilled some holes that are pretty close to lining up, and angle grinded a whole lot of the guts of it. So I'm going to weld that on top of that, and then I'm going to cut that about there, and then weld that onto the up pipe. So what I've got done here, I've made a few bits, got my flange, got a bit of box thing. It's going to have to fill in those gaps there. I'm just going to bash it with a hammer and weld it up. That's going to clamp on there, turbo's going to sit on the flange, and then that's going to be pretty much that done. So now I've made up my first part of the manifold. So I've got some absolute master welding here. Absolutely beautiful. So now I've cut some slits in that, bit of RHS, going to bash it down to fill up the gaps, then weld her up. And it'll sit perfectly like that with the turbo on top of it. So I've got the mash hammer, bashed all them down. So I've got the manifold all welded up, just bolted down, solid as a rock. Now we'll give it a bit of a start up and hopefully should make some cool spoolie boy noises.
Why she no go? Man.
So turbo's all plumbed up. Got this mad ass bit of pipe in here. Pipe just wedges on there. But I'm wrapping this with electrician's tape to make up for the gap, and then I'm going to wedge it on there. Then I'll probably get the hose clamp and just, yeah, tighten it up till it stays on there and doesn't blow off with boost. Well, just broke the hose clamp, so looks like electrician's tape it is. So for a turbo oil feed, I've got, that's the oil pressure sensor there. I pulled that out, put a fitting in there, put a T in there, and then I'm going to screw a barb into that, put a hose from that into that, and the turbo. So it is going to go up under here, can't really see. But then, so we've got the bit of hose onto the dog up there, and I couldn't find any oil resistant hose, so I literally just use air hose, and I know it's not going to last very long because it's not oil resistant, but I don't care because I don't think the engine's going to last that long. Righto, so we've got oil lines plugged in, we've got everything, boost pipe. So what we need here is, this is our
This is our LPG converter
Yeah, so-
pressure line. It's the balance pipe.
balance pipe, yeah, that's the one. So that needs to have intake manifold pressure. So it used to be in front of the airbox when it was naturally aspirated.
Used to be down here where it gets the pressure from there.
And so now we've got a small line on it. And so now we can put that there. And we can put a barb on it and put that hose on it. And then the converter will know how much gas to put in. It's like the most important step if you're doing an LPG one with a mixer ring. I've never done it before, I just watched other YouTube videos. I think you need to plug up the other ones. I don't know, figure it later. Put a bolt in it.
Right, put the hose on.
No, I'm going to cut it off.
Got the hose on here now. So that's the thing. So that should make it run better. Make it actually run.
Yeah, so that should regulate the gas. Make it all work out.
So it's like self-tuning.
Yeah, it's self-tuning, so, you know, it's got a ECU. So that's just a computer that, you know, tells the engine what to do. It's going to figure it out. And then we're just going to make a good 1,000 to 1,500 horsepower. And see the transmission out. It's got a brand new transmission in it, so...
Barra turbo, no shit.
Barra turbo, no shit.
Yeah, and then you take it to the drag strip.
Yeah,
Run 9s.
Run 6s. So the very last step is the oil return from the turbo. There's no thread on the return from the turbo. It's supposed to have a flange on it, but it's about 1/4 inch, so I'm just going to jam 1/4 inch fitting in there with a bit of heater hose on the breather, and then I've blocked off the breather on the intake. Then, I'll probably strap a few cable ties around it or something to hold it in there, and yeah, it'll be mint. So we've got it completely plumbed up. We've been having a few issues with it. Like that. Well, now it's getting even worse, Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. If any LPG mechanics know what the hell's wrong with this, I don't know, give us some advice.
And then we'll blow the tyres off.
Because if we can get this thing running, we've done this whole job in one day, literally. If we can get this thing running right by tomorrow, we're going to fully just blow the tyres off it out the front of the shed pad. And then, I don't know, maybe go do some runs in Mexico.
Yeah, we'll go to Mexico, do some highway runs.
Yeah, righto. So, I don't know.
Subscribe for the next video once we get it going.
Yeah, we'll post up the next video once it's going right, and we'll blow the tyres off it.